What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the Seez Monroe Show. I am your host, and today we're here to talk about Black Adam, and is it Warner Brothers' next blockbuster film?
My son sacrificed his life to save me. These powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage. So I'm opted out.
Now, with October 21st right around the corner, and this being the age of superhero films, why is no one talking about Black Adam? I have a theory why. Now, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being one of the highest paid actors currently, and has a wonderful resume with amazing box office numbers, besides a few attempts in the past year or so, we don't understand why we're not hearing a lot more about Black Adam. We have a phenomenal trailer. We have a nice casting. And right now we're suffering to get any leverage against Black Panther. Now I know what you're thinking. What does Black Adam and Black Panther have to do with one another? One's DC, the other one is Marvel. Well, they're releasing about 3 weeks apart, and that's worrisome. Now, we've all been around long enough to understand that Disney has about a month run at box office at the top spot. So with Black Adam coming out 3 weeks before, I think Warner Brothers were thinking that they'll get that top spot for a while. And honestly, I feel like they shot themselves in the foot. Reason being is we have a very small slate of films coming out in October. Why not push Black Adam to the beginning of October and take that long run through November 11th when Black Panther drops? Some would say that makes no difference, but the fact of the matter is, patrons do not go to the movies every other week. They barely go 12 times out of the year, so you have to capitalize on the times that they're not there and there are not really a lot of films in play so that they can pay more attention to your film. When it comes to Warner Brothers, I feel like they throw this logic out the window. Reason being, they just released DC Super Pets, which should have did phenomenal. It did okay at the box office, but it didn't do what it should have done. And when I say I compare that to other cartoon films, Secret Life of Pets or Minions 2 that came out around the same time that did phenomenal at the box office. The reason why this didn't do as great is because it came right behind Minions 2. And it didn't have anything leading up into this world of super pets. Now, I really want to get into these characters that's going to be in the film, like the Dr. Fates, the Hawkmans, but I really want to focus on what's going to make this movie do phenomenal at box office. What we need for this movie to be great. And some of the recipes I feel like this movie needs to be great is a great audience score, a great Rotten Tomatoes score, and most importantly, replay value. The reason why I say that is 95% of the Marvel movies that you've watched more than one time. Why? Because they have replay value. They have a reason to rewatch them. The first time you rewatch them is just because you didn't catch everything the first time around. The second or third time you rewatch them is more for, hey, the next film is coming out, maybe I should catch up. We don't have that with the DCEU right now, so hopefully Black Adam can do that for us. I'm not one of those guys that's going to go DC or Marvel when it comes to stuff like this. I'm in the comic books. I'm not as much into DC as I would like to be. And that's because when I started getting into DC, it was around New 52. And it was trash to me, so I really haven't picked DC back up since then. But that's another story for another time, so we're not going to get into that. DCEU, on the other hand, I feel like if Black Adam kind of relaunches the DCEU and we go somewhere else with it, I feel like it'll be great. To stir the pot a little bit, utilize Flashpoint, get this thing turned into, we're in a whole alternate universe. Let's start over. Let's do this with a clean slate. A lot of people like the first Wonder Woman film. I thought it was trash. The second Wonder Woman film was bad too. So we just need to start over. Justice League, besides the Snyder Cut, that could have been left wherever the hell they wanted to leave it. Batman v Superman was a waste. How do you helm two of the biggest, I want to say probably the biggest comic book characters in a film, and it be that bad? Like, there should be an award for this. Did I ever tell you guys how great the Justice League Snyder Cut was? It's great. Go watch it. That's it for this video. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and go ahead and hit that notification bell, all right? And remember, Kahndaq is not a real place.